Paul Bakke. I'm a 2022 Baseball Hall of Fame honoree, and I'm glad to be here. I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee. My parents moved to Memphis when I was a year old. They were originally from Iowa, and my dad was a professor at the University of Memphis State at the time. And I was the last of three. My dad played baseball and basketball in high school and baseball a little bit in college. My mom was a basketball player in high school in Iowa back when they had the limited dribble pass for the girls' basketball teams. So I had a lot to live up to. And so as my baseball career kind of blossomed as a high school player, I knew that I really wanted to play college baseball. Got an opportunity to go to Northwest. And jumped on it because I met Coach Miles and Coach Castle. They took me to Avellino's Pizza at the time. I don't think that's still there. And for lunch and showed me around. And it was just obvious that I was going to go to Northwest because of their personalities, the way they were welcoming. They were great baseball men, but also just great men. And it was just really obvious to me and my parents when we went to visit that this is where I needed to go. They had, dorms there. It was, college atmosphere. Had football, had basketball, and could completely get immersed in the culture at Northwest. And it was just really obvious that it was the right place to go out of high school. Coach Miles would say, at practice, I don't know if you boys can hang with those boys from East Mississippi. Well, they got a couple of left-handers, and they got some hitters, and boy, they got a good team. I'm not sure if you can hang with those guys from East Mississippi. Kept saying that. We were thinking, who are these guys from East Mississippi? And we beat them pretty bad the first game. They had a left-handed pitcher that was supposed to be really good. We just tore him up. And another left-hander they brought in the second game, and we beat him out too. We knocked him out of the game too. Neither game was close. And I remember in maybe the fifth inning of the second game, looking at another one of my teammates and going, "We're whooping their butts. This is East Mississippi." So we kind of felt like, hey, we can hang with the best. But it was those little nuggets that Coach Miles would throw out that would just challenge us, question our abilities. And it worked. Because we talk about it, and we really use that as motivation. And then the other picture that you see that's right over my shoulder here is actually the picture that my mom blew up from one of the baseball publications, and it has Northwest as number one in the nation my sophomore year. So we're there at the top, Northwest Mississippi Community College, number one in the nation before we went to the regionals. Yeah, well, coaching and counseling tend to overlap quite a bit. And there's so many lessons that I learned from Coach Miles and Coach Castle about just about hard work and about being your best and not just being your best, but playing with class. And we were beating a team from Illinois at one point pretty bad, and then brought in the third baseman or something like that to pitch. And he obviously didn't really know how to pitch. Some of my teammates, I probably was in there too, were making fun of, he doesn't know how to pitch for the stretch, and we're making fun of him. And Coach Miles, I'm talking, sprinted over to the dugout, and his eyes got about this big, and he said, "You never embarrass the other team except with the score." And then he ran back to third base. So it was lessons like that where, be competitive, beat a team, play your best, the score is fair. And I guess the last thing, and Coach Miles' wife, Margaret, called Miss Marguerite, she found me immediately, and she said, "I just want to tell you, I'll never forget when you finished, when the career was over." And she said, "I came up to the table, my head was down, and I said, 'Coach, I just don't want this to end.'" And that's how I felt. And so it was such a great experience. I mean, I just did not want it to end because I knew that it was special. I knew that I was not going to be in a baseball situation that was that supportive and that competitive, that many learning lessons, that kind of a team and that kind of an opportunity. I went on to play at Memphis, and that was, of course, Division I, and you played against Florida State and all those big time schools, and that was a great experience. But nothing matched that, and I knew that. I knew that. Somehow I knew that. It was such an honor when I got the call. I mean, it's hard to even talk. I just couldn't think of a bigger honor in sports. I just could not think of a bigger honor in sports for me. So my difficulty maintaining my emotion when I talk about it, like I says it all. I'm Paul Bakke. I'm a 2022 Hall of Fame honoree from baseball, and I'm so excited to be inducted into the Hall of Fame at Northwest. Go Rangers.